what ward you live in. We'll try to help you out with that as well. So anyway, let's get to our guest, and our first candidate is Lillian Santangelo. She is a candidate for Ward 5. Lillian, come up and say hi.
Hi, my name is Lillian Santangelo. I'm running for Ward 5 Councilor. I think I'd like to talk a little bit about Ward 5 because a lot of people said, what's in Ward 5? Where is Ward 5? What is it? Most of the wards have a somewhat regular shape. They're kind of square, not entirely, but somewhat square. Ward 5 cuts across the heart of the city. It starts over at Gore Place. It starts on the Waltham-Watertown border and runs all the way down Main Street, almost as far as Veronica Spa. And on the south side of Ward 5, its border is River Street and the Charles River, almost all the way down to Moody Street, and then down Felton Street, coming up a little bit behind the old Waltham supermarket, what's now Hannaford's. So it's a very diverse ward. It has Gore Place in it. It has the Connors Pool. It's got City Hall. It's got the Common. It's got the Farmers Market. Let me think. It's got two of our most historic churches, Trinity Church and Christ Church. The post office, believe it or not, is on the National Register of Historic Places. That's in Ward 5. It's got wonderful restaurants in Campagna and Il Capriccio and Biagio. It goes through Bank Square, the Charles River Museum of Industry, and the Mill apartment complex is in Ward 5. So you can see it's very diverse. It has a very unusual makeup in its neighborhoods. So it's an interesting ward to try and represent because it does cut through the heart of Waltham, and I think a lot of its history represents the heart of Waltham. So I'm looking forward to being the voice for that ward. I think it's time for some change, time for some new ideas, time for a fresh perspective, and I think I can bring that to the City Council. I grew up in Waltham. I grew up in Warrendale, which is Ward 4, right down the street from Gore Place, actually. I used to go to Gore Place as a child all the time. And I love this city. It's a wonderful, wonderful place. It's changed a lot since the time I was a kid, but I think there are lots of things that Waltham's done right, and there are lots of ways that Waltham could improve. I'd like to be a part of that, and I'd like to ask for your vote in November, on November 8th. And I will be out knocking on doors in the ward, trying to introduce myself to you so you can get to know me personally, so you can tell me what your concerns are for the ward, what you'd like to see happen, what you think isn't happening, and we can go from there. So I think that's really what I'd like to say. Thank you very much for letting me take the time to meet with you and introduce myself, and I look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks as I'm out knocking on doors. Thank you very much.